Hello, welcome to this video. This video I'm going to discuss about types of contract. That is Indian Contract Act 1872. And before going to the topic, we must understand the meaning of contract. So, for understanding the meaning of contract, and we should know the meaning of agreement. What is agreement? Simply, we can say offer plus acceptance. So, offer means it is a proposal. If you get any proposal, that we can say offer. And if the proposal and acceptance means if you give any promise to the offerer, and we can say that is acceptance. So proposal when accepted, that is given promise, that we can say it's an agreement. So simply agreement equal to offer plus acceptance. So now it comes to the contract. And what is the meaning of contract? An agreement enforceable by law is a contract. So simply you can say when agreement is enforceable by law and it termed as a contract. So you should understand that all the contract and agreement, but all agreement is not a contract. Let me discuss about types of contract. Here types of contract we can divide on the basis of validity or enforceability, on the basis of formation, on the basis of performance, and other contract. Under this, on the basis of validity, we can divide valid contract, void contract, voidable contract, illegal agreement, unenforceable contract. And on the basis of formation, we divide like express contract, implied contract, quasi contract. And on the basis of performance, we divide like executed contract and executory contract. This executory contract again divided into unilateral contract and bilateral contract and other contract. This other contract like wagering contract and contingent contract. Let me discuss one by one. First I'm going to discuss about on the basis of validity. So on the basis of validity, the contract that is we divide like valid contract. That is section 2H of Indian Contract Act 1872, and agreement enforceable by law. So any agreement, suppose if you have say that contract that must be enforceable by law, and it contains the essential elements of valid contract. These essential elements are offer and acceptance, intention to create legal relationship, lawful consideration, capacity of parties, legal formalities, not declared as void, possibility of performance, certainty, and lawful object, free consent. So these are the valid contract, essential elements of valid contract. If there is any one is not in the contract, and we cannot say it's a valid contract. So as a valid contract, it must follow, it must have all the elements. Next we discuss about void contract. Section 2J states that follows a contract which ceases to be enforceable by law becomes void when it ceases to be enforceable. Thus a void contract is one which cannot be enforceable by court of law. For example, Mr. X agrees to write a book with a publisher. After few days, X dies in an accident. Here the contract becomes void due to the impossibility of performance of a contract. So X is having contract with a publisher. X dies, so we cannot make this contract to be performed. So like this type of contract we can say void contract. Next we discuss about voidable contract. Section 2I defines that an agreement which is enforceable by law at the absence of one or more parties thereto, but not at the absence of the other or other, is voidable contract. Simply, we can say it's a contract must be free. Suppose the contract absence of free consent, that is agreement by coercion or undue influences, fraud, misrepresentation, mistakes like that, and then we can call as this contract as a voidable contract. For example, absence of free consent like agreement by coercion, undue influences, misrepresentation, fraud, etc. If anything happen in that contract, and we can say this contract is voidable contract. So when you the contract become voidable, and you must have evidence is essential. That is, we are saying that that is for undue influences or fraud or misrepresent whatever it may be, and you must have evidence for that, and court can cancel the contract, and it is not punishable. Only you can cancel the contract. This is, I think, a voidable contract, and you should understand the difference between void contract and voidable contract. Next, we'll discuss about that. So, void contract and voidable contract. What are the difference between this? And a contract ceases to be enforceable by law becomes void when it ceases to be enforceable. But an agreement which is enforceable by law at the absence of the one or more the parties thereto, but not at the absence of the other or others, is a voidable contract. So how it causes in a void contract is the contract become a void due to the change in law or change in the circumstances beyond the comprehension of the parties. A contract becomes void due to change in law or change in circumstances beyond the contemplations of the parties. So voidable contract contract if the consent of a party was not free. So suppose the party may be forced to do that, and maybe some misrepresentation is there, or maybe some mistakes, and like that, I can say that voidable contract. And the performance of the contract in void contract cannot be performed, and but if the aggrieved party does not within the reasonable time exercise his right to avoid the contract, any party can sue the other for claiming the performance of the contract. And what are the rights of void and voidable contract? In a void contract does not grant any rights to any party, but in a voidable contract the party who consent was not free has the right to resign the contract. Next we discuss about void agreement. So section 2G, an agreement is not enforceable by law, you can say it's a void agreement. For example, agreement with incompetent person as minor, unsound person, unlawfulness of object, and consideration of other contract, etc. You can say it's a void agreement. For example, if you have a contract with a minor and it is not a valid contract, it is a void agreement. So if you go for that contract means, and the contract must be have a valid elements, and Suppose if you contract with a minor or incomplete persons, unsound mind persons, and that we can say it's a void agreement. Cannot say it's an valid. Next we discuss about illegal contract. It is the contract which the law forbids to be made. The court will not enforce such contract but also connected contract. All illegal agreements are void, but all void agreements are not necessarily illegal. So illegal contract, simply we can say that illegal contract is forbidden by law, or it implies injury to person or property of another. So all illegal agreements are void, but all void agreements are not necessary to illegal. Suppose if it is an illegal contract, it must be punishable under the law, and it is void agreement, and it will make collateral other part also illegal. For example, if A gives a loan to B for which 5 lakh, it is valid contract, but A knows that B will buy gun from C from his this money, then the contract of A and B will also become illegal. So once again, I repeat that A gives a loan to B for 5 lakh. It is a valid contract between A and B. Getting 5 lakh is valid, but if A knows that B buys from the C for gun for which 5 lakh, it's an illegal. So what is that is between these two is illegal, and also it becomes an illegal for that also A to B. So that is we can say illegal contract. So what is the difference between void agreement and illegal agreement? That scope of void agreement is not necessarily illegal, but all illegal agreement is always void. And nature of void agreement is not forbidden under the law, but illegal agreements are forbidden by under the law. And punishment for void agreement of the parties are not liable for any punishment under the law, but in illegal agreement, the parties to illegal agreement are liable for punishment. So collective agreement for void agreement, it is not necessary that agreement collective to avoid agreement may also be avoided. This may be valid also, but an illegal agreement collective to illegal agreement are always void. Next we discuss about unenforceable contract. That name itself suggests you cannot enforce this contract. That a contract which cannot be enforced due to some technical defect. For example, a check without a signature, we cannot make the money. So like that, some deficit is there, and some rules and regulations we are not followed, and this contract cannot be enforced. That contract we can say unenforceable contract. Next we discuss about types of contract on the basis of formation of contract. And on the basis of formation of contract, we divide like express contract, implied contract, and quasi contract. What is express contract? A contract would be an express contract if the terms are expressed by words or in writing. For example, A tells to B on telephone that offer a house for a sale for rupees 2 lakh. Here, the B replied and informed to A that he accepted the offer. This is, you can say, an express contract. They are making agreement by words. So A tells to B and B tells to A. That we can say it's a contract between them. You can say it's an express contract. What is implied contract? Implied contract comes into existence by the implications. Most often the implications is by law and or by action. Simply we can say that actions involved for something. For example, Mr. X went to a restaurant and took a cup of coffee. Here, Mr. X have to pay the amount for the coffee. That is the contract between X and the restaurant. So this much contract we can say it's an implied contract. Next we discuss about quasi contract. Quasi contract means it is a contract in which there is no intentions on part of either party to make a contract, but law imposes a contract upon the parties. For example, that obligations of binder of lost goods to return them the true owners or liability of persons whom money is paid under mistake to pay it back cannot be seen to arise out of the contract even in its remotest sense. But there is a neither offer and acceptance nor consent. These are to be a quasi contract. Next we discuss about types of contract on the basis of performance of the contract. On the basis of performance of the contract, we can divide executed contract and executory contract. The executed contract, that is, the name itself suggests that it's a cost. The contract which has already been performed. For example, when a person sells a sugar on a cash payment, it is an executed contract because both the parties have done what they were to do under the contract. So simply you can say that the contract both the parties have performed their obligation. That you can say is executed contract. And experience of the executory contract, that a contract has to be performed in future. That is not yet completed by the both parties. The contract may be performed in future. For example, he agrees to take a university of Hajj, the free engineering student, from the next month, and Hajj in consideration promises to pay Rs 1,000 per month. The contract is executed because it is to be carried out. So executory contract again we are regarding by like unilateral contract and bilateral. And what is unilateral contract? Unilateral contract is one side contract in which one party has performed his duty or obligation and the other party agrees to his obligation. The performance is due from the one party. Simply can say both the parties, but one party completed their obligation and other parties have not completed. Say unilateral contract. For example, they am advertised payments of regard for rupees 5,000. Want to find this missing boy and bringing him. As soon as we trace the boy, there comes full and executed contract because we has performed his chats of applications and remains for yeah, pay the amount of reward. This type of executive contract is also called next we discuss about bilateral contract. Say bilateral contract is one where the applications of consists is outstanding on the part of both the parties. That is, both the parties have not completed their application. The performance is due from both the parties. For example, A promises to sell his plot B for rupees 1 lakh cash, but B pays only rupees 20,000 as a failure and promises to pay balance on next month. On the other hand, A gives the positions of plot B and promises to execute a sale each on B is the full amount. The contract between A and B is executed because there remains something done on both sides. The executory contracts are also known as bilateral contracts. Simply that both the parties have not completed their obligation. And next, we divide the types of contract in other contracts. That is wagering contract and contingent contract. What is wagering contract? So wager means bet. You are betting something. That is the bet may be anything. For example, A and B enter into an agreement that if it rains on Sunday, A will pay for rupees 1,000 to B. If it does not happen, the rain on Sunday, B will pay 1,000. This is the contract. What is contingent contract? It is also a type of contract, and it is a contract which is depending upon the happenings or non-happenings by an uncertain events. For example, A contract pay B rupees 10,000 if B's house is bought. Maybe that something happen or may not be happen. That we can check contingent contract. Thank you.